Hey, what's up, y'all? You know what's funny? Here's what's interesting. Take this out. Is Earl Spence was supposed to fight November 19th, June 17th, right? I told you guys it wasn't happening. I'm the hater. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, right? November 19th doesn't come. I tell people that hit me June 17th is not happening, and I chose not to. I just chose to ignore it. You know, if you hit me privately, I told you, but I'm like, I'm not shooting it down. I'm gonna let everyone else report it. Every media outlet reported November 19th and June 17th, from ESPN to YouTube. Who didn't promote it? Who was right this whole time? Who was not 99%, 100% right? Who was the only person going against the grain last fall? November 19th is the date. You gonna let me go? Thank you. And who was right? Me. And it speaks to the greater point that everyone wants to be a follower. Everyone wants to be a part of a group. No one wants the truth, because the truth is you shouldn't be going to Taco Tuesday tonight. Today's Tuesday? Yeah. The truth is you should be saving that money, because 7 out of 10 of y'all living paycheck to paycheck. You don't want the truth. The truth is you shouldn't be going to Taco Tuesday tonight because you're overweight. You're pre-diabetic. That's the truth. We don't want the truth. We like narratives. See, YouTube has become like TMZ. He said, she said, we said, our said, he, she. It's like a whole bunch of pronouns. You know what I mean? And this is the truth. Your favorite YouTuber isn't spilling facts. They're dictating narratives to get you to click, because they realize, hey, the stories All My Children been on for 40 years. How long has All My Children been on? Are they still on? Is the story still on? One Life to Live and General Hospital and Novello. See, y'all like narratives. Y'all like storylines that never end. You don't care about getting it. You don't care if it's right or wrong, because you rubbing your belly right now. You can't bend over and tie your shoe. You got what's that thing they have in your foot because you eat bad every day? Crop foot. What is that? What is that in your foot when you get it? Black people get it all the time. What is it called? Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank on it. You know what I mean? You see people walking with a dead foot. What is it called, man? Anyways, y'all know what it is. Put it in the chat. But yeah. And this is why I am who I am on this line. I don't value y'all. Nah. Y'all want the narratives. Because if I would have blend in like everybody else, y'all would have been A-okay with that. You know what I mean? A-okay with that. You know? We don't want the truth. We want narratives. About to pick Lincoln up from school. Yeah, we want narratives, man. That's what we want. Nah, forget the truth. You know? So someone else is... So in the next 30 days, a media outlet is going to drop another date. And everybody's going to run with it. The whole entire boxing media has been wrong twice. Fred has been wrong 0 as it pertains to this date. Oh, Fred don't know what he's talking about. His sources. I told you 24 hours. I told you 24 hours ago, before Oscar said something, that they wasn't allowed in the ring. What did Oscar say? They wasn't allowed in the ring. They wasn't. I'm gonna take you a step further. Go back to JoJo Diaz, Gary Russell. Go look at that ring. They wasn't allowed in the ring. Go back. The same day Badu Jack fought Adonis Stevenson. Go back. That was Malcolm X weekend. I spent it in Baltimore that year. Go back. You'll see. Oscar's not allowed in the ring. He got on the steps, but he didn't go in the ring. I told you Al Heyman was milking Terrence Crawford. He was delaying it intentionally. Unbeknownst to Earl Spence, unbeknownst to Terrence Crawford. I called Terrence Crawford team and told him the truth. I have no relationship with Terrence Crawford. And if our relationship was on a spectrum, hate, love, it would be more on the side of hate. But you know what? I didn't do it out of spite. I did it because I wanted the fight to get made, and I wanted to tell these men the truth. You know, Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford deserve their Al Heyman negotiating in good faith. But y'all ran with the narrative. Terrence Crawford fought a tune-up. Why Earl Spence didn't fight a tune-up? Earl Spence don't fight tune-ups. Keith Thurman's not a tune-up. You know? I'm just saying, like, you got to make it make sense. Earl will be out at minimum 17 months before he fights. 17 months. No, 15 months. I'm thinking, 12, 15. Nobody's complaining. Now I'm gonna take this conversation a step further, and this is only for the 1% that's gonna get this. The reason why they believe in this narrative, the reason why people say, oh, you got to stay on code, but we're on YouTube, right? Oh, we got to stay on code, but we hate Terrence Crawford and love Earl Spence, and vice versa, right? And like I said, if you don't know until you know. And when I knew, I made an abrupt turn and I tell the people the truth. But we got to go all the way back to Branch Rickey, Jackie Robinson. The ideology of the black man. We got the clean-cut black man. You know, Jackie Robinson was handpicked. And it has nothing to do with the white man. It has everything to do with the ideology of this false sense of security that there has to be a competitive nature to seek the validation of others. That mob mentality. Let's take it a step further. Jackie Robinson was handpicked. I'm gonna let you guys in on another secret. Martin Luther King was handpicked. Jackie Robinson had a similar profile to Martin Luther King. If sports was an academician, it would be Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson was a multi-sport All-American, great guy, clean cut, and so was Martin Luther King. For those of you who don't know, Martin Luther King's birth name is not Martin Luther King, it's Michael. Just thought I'd throw that in there for a fun fact, you know, because everyone claims they pro-black and know everything. Martin Luther King was handpicked by the government. And I know I'm talking to a lot of people that's not well-read, that didn't read the FBI files, that didn't watch the documentaries, that didn't read, didn't do their homework on Andrew Young, Coretta Scott, and their quotes. So I'm talking to an audience that knows nothing, right? But the reality is Martin Luther King graduated from high school at 15, graduated, went to theology school, went to Morehouse, I believe, and so on, got his master's and all that before the ripe age of like 22, 23. And then the government stepped in and handpicked him. Yeah, he was handpicked. And Martin Luther King realized that the last 2 years of his life, you got to go read. You got to see. Y'all got to watch and read. YouTube, listing the personalities that don't have truth. I was a history major in college. And I'm going to tell you what my history teacher told me. He says if you do I ended up doing my final project on Sojourner Truth and the antebellum years and the Civil War and all that. And so I'm well versed on like the history that we were taught. But my teacher pulled me to the side. And at the ripe age of 19 to 20, I thought it was racism. Dick Archer, Richard Archer was his name. Hopefully he's still alive, man. He was my mentor, but he was preparing me, and I didn't know it. I was like, man, you're a racist, man. Why would you even do that to me? He said, if you do a project on Martin Luther King, tell the whole story. Tell the truth. And I took offense to that at a young age of 19 or 20. I graduated from college at 22, so I had to be 21. You start thinking about it, you got to turn it in your junior year, and you got to have it done at a certain time in your senior year. You get what I'm saying? So it was somewhere around there. And I took offense to that. But he wasn't wrong. He wasn't racist. He was actually doing his job. Tell the whole story, Fred. And I chose not to do it on Martin Luther King. I chose to do it on Sojourner Truth. You know, Zora Neale Hurston, The Eyes of Watching God. You know, I did something on that my junior year, something like that. Yeah, man. So, when you get into the story of Jackie Robinson, it will offend you on some level. Because it's the ideology of the black person in 2023. It's the ideology of an impoverished person in 2023. I know me, I'm not criticizing Martin Luther King, because like me, you don't know till you know. He didn't know everywhere he went, the government was subsidizing him. It was in the name of the NAACP. It was in the name of SNCC. You know? W.E.B. Du Bois had the same thing. He woke up late too. W.E.B. Du Bois left America. He called everybody a coon who wasn't pro-government. I don't know if coon was the word, but in 2023 we call them coons. He was completely wrong. Right? And then he realized the truth, similar to Martin Luther King. And he's buried in Ghana. Yeah, him and his wife. Go watch the autobiography of go read the autobiography of Malcolm X. Malcolm X went to meet his wife. Spend time with her. Yeah, man. So learn the literal history and the ramifications of it. Like, for example, slavery. The average American thinks 1 million slaves were shipped from Africa. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible to keep I said 1 million. I didn't say they wasn't shipped. But the reality is, the earth was connected. Do y'all know what Pangea is? We were already here. This color scheme was created by capitalism and people in power. Black isn't the strongest race, it's the strongest DNA. Everything evolves from the strongest point of the DNA with everything. Do we understand that? That's why. That's the way God created us. And then kings and queens and rulers came in and did the doozy. I'll do breakdowns with facts and stuff, but in the meantime, y'all do y'all homework. Do your homework. The same way with Malcolm X. How he woke up and realized, hold up. The enemy in black people is the lack of work ethic. The enemy in black people is accountability. That's the biggest enemy of the black person. The white man ain't my enemy. Especially the immigrants. Immigrants is not my enemy. They come over here and work hard and create. We got to wake up. I said a lot in this 16, 17 minutes. Y'all do your homework. I expect the people who don't know the truth to not like this video and put comments in it. But everything that I said, there's a Martin Luther King quote, a Jackie Robinson quote, and a W.E.B. Du Bois quote. That parallels what I'm saying right now. Yeah. Booker T. Washington was right. Malcolm X was right. Yeah. Put your boots on. Go hunt and gather. Create your own harvest. And that's how the world flourishes. That's how the world thrives. And that's why, I'll simplify it for you. That's why it's basketball season now, right? That's why NBA win championships. You put your assets together and you make a team, right? Steph Curry is a hell of a shooter. Draymond Green is a great passer, great defender. Klay Thompson is a great shooter. Jordan Poole is a great penetrator. Andrew Wiggins is a great penetrator, slasher, defender. Looney is a great... See how they put all their assets together? That's what you should be doing with your family and your inner circle. Putting all your assets together and building what? A championship team. Because the media will betray you. Malcolm X said it. Malcolm X said the media will have you hating the people you should like and liking the people you should hate. Black people still think it's Republicans versus Democrats. Matter of fact, Americans believe it's Republicans versus Democrats. No, it's right versus wrong. It's saint versus sinner. Barbershop conversations, man. I'm gonna go get Lincoln right now. Y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys real soon. Peace.